Oh. Oh, that's not what I want. Hold on. Hold on. Up here. I don't know what I just did. I hit the wrong thing. All right. I hit this sensitivity. Hey, good morning, folks. Welcome to another session of morning movement and mobility. Today is Thursday, February 18th. It's my mom's birthday today. So send her some love, some happy birthday wishes. She'll be 82 today. So I'll be calling her later. She lives in New York City. And so unfortunately, I can't see her in person, but we'll give her a call and say happy birthday to her. So it'd be awesome for you just to send some loving wishes to her. Her name's Wendy Byer, and she's an awesome mom. So what do we got? Morning movement and mobility. Thanks for being here. Thanks for you replay viewers for catching it later. My name's Henry Byer with Strong for Life. And our goal is to make you strong for life today and strong for life for the full, long life that you are going to live. So, and one way to do that, one very important way to do that is to work on your mobility and flexibility every day, because flexibility, those qualities that if you don't practice them regularly, they just vanish in the air. So much of our body responds to use it or lose it. And flexibility is one of those things that really lives and dies by that use it or lose it axiom. So that's why we're here pretty much every day doing morning movement and mobility. And I have to tell you, this is something that I have neglected for a long time doing on a regular basis. So this is as much for me as it is for you. I am not a yoga expert. My flexibility is marginal or average at best. It's getting better, but that's why I'm out here every morning doing this, so that I improve in this area and I help make it better and at least maintain what I have, because your ability to move around as you get older is very connected to how mobile and flexible you are. So if you want to live an independent and autonomous life for as long as possible, mobility and flexibility are an essential ingredient. With that said, let's get started. We're just going to do a quick 1 minute standing meditation. I like this one, Qigong, standing like a tree. Have your feet with your toe about hips width apart, toes pointing straight ahead, not out to the sides, straight ahead. Gently bend your knees. Gently squeeze your glute muscles. Level out your pelvis. That'll put your lower back in a nice position. Bring your arms out in front of you as if you're holding a beach ball. Just gently touch your fingers. Gaze softly, soft gaze, open eyes with soft gaze, and fingertips just gently touching. Breathe through your nose, nice and easily. 1 minute. Imagine that your spine is being stretched, like it's a tug of war between the tip of your head and the tail of your spine down here, being pulled apart, making space, lengthening. It's like you're getting taller as you stand here. Do your best to relax. This is about relaxation, even in this standing position. All right, that was 1 minute. Bring your hands down to your thighs. Just rest them there for a second, and then swing your arms behind you with your back of your hands in your lower back. And while maintaining balance on your feet, equal balance on your feet, just rock back and forward just a few times, then side to side like this. Just slowly waken you up, waken the body up, and then do some hip circles in one direction, like so. Like so. Very nice. And then hip circles in the other direction, like so. Yeah. All right. Good. Now shake that out just a little bit. Shaking it out is always good. And we're going to do a few arm swings. Your feet are fairly close together, toes pointing forward. And just, I'm going to step back here. Just swing your arms up and down, up and down, up and down. And that, I think, was 5. And then do gentle knee bend, double knee bend. 2, 3, 4, 5. Double knee bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double knee bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double knee bend. One more round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double knee bend. Widen your feet. I like my feet a little wider for this one. And then just swing your arms loosely by twisting your shoulders and hips. As the range of motion increases, lift up your heel. When you turn to the left, lift up your right heel. When you turn to the right, lift up your left heel, protects your knee. Keep looking straight ahead. There's a window in front of me, and there's a mullion right in the middle. So I just look at that to keep my head in the right place. It just helps with improving the mobility of the upper spine. That's what I was trying to say. And I think that's good for that. And then now we do basketball. And this one looks like this. 1, 2, 3. On 3, you're extending through your ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, and wrists. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We do about 25. 6, 7, 8, 9. As you warm up, you can speed up. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Just a nice rhythm. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. When you're doing these, it involves all these joints of extending. So you're slowly warming up those joints as well while you're doing this, which means we don't have to go through a lot of the other joint mobilities with doing this exercise like this, because it's all sort of incorporated into the whole thing. Okay, so we do one more of our, you know what I didn't do yesterday, which I said I was going to do, so my apologies, is look up the terms for these different movements and share them with you because they have great names. What's that? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. If you're just joining us, welcome, and just join in and follow along as best you can. So now we have breathing. So for this breathing, we're going to do a different breathing today. You want your feet fairly close together, toes pointed straight ahead. You're going to put your hands down, palms facing the ground with your fingers nearly touching. And then look at your fingers and raise your arms up as you breathe in till you reach overhead, and then push up against, like you're pushing against the ceiling, and then exhale as your arms come down. So inhale, follow your fingers, push up, and then look straight ahead as your arms come down, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Do about 10 of these. Inhale, exhale. This breathing pattern is good for those who might have flexion and tolerance in their lower back. Compared to this other method. The other method is where you breathe in, you breathe in as you lower your body, and then exhale through the mouth as you open up. Breathe in. Just do a few of these. For those who can. To just get a little bit of flexibility. Just hang here. You want to be rounding through your whole back on this. There. So now on to sun salutation. So this is the main group of exercises that we do. We have a series of sun salutation movements, and then we do Hindu push-ups, Hindu squats, and thoracic bridges. So let's begin. So we're going to be doing 12 reps of this sun salutation, and just follow along as best you can, and do as many. If you're new, just do 6 and then take a little rest while we finish the rest, and then we'll move on to the next exercises. Or if you're feeling good, just do as many as you can. So start here. Sure to squeeze the butt cheeks here. Inhale, exhale as you bend over. So you're inhaling as you're lifting your chest, and then you're exhaling as you bend at the waist. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Oops, wrong foot. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. That was 2 reps. Each side, stepping back on the opposite foot each time, is a rep. So here we step back with the right foot. And then step forward with the left foot. Like so, if that was a rep. Now step back with the left foot. Step forward with the right foot. And now is a rep. So there's two sides here. Inhale, exhale, step back with the right foot. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, step forward with the left foot. Inhale, or that was exhale, sorry. Inhale, exhale, step back with the left foot. Inhale. Exhale. Step forward with the right foot. I think that was where we were. I think that's halfway through. Sometimes it's easy to get lost in the which foot you're stepping back. And which foot you're stepping forward. Not to worry. Just do the best you can. As you do these more often, it becomes a little easier to remember. Keeping count is also another challenge. This is the last round. So step back with the right foot. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, one more. Inhale. Sorry, that was exhale. Step back with your left foot. Inhale. Downward dog. Cobra. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. Step forward with right foot. And nice work. So there we have the sun salutation, 12 reps. And now we're going to do Hindu push-ups. So Hindu push-ups are, let me twist this a little bit so maybe you see a little bit better. They're sometimes called dive bomber push-ups. We're not doing the full dive bomber. So you start in downward dog, you swoop in like that and come up into this cobra-esque, sometimes called upward dog position. I think you're on your toes and your hands. And then you push back into downward dog. Two easier variations. One, you come into a push-up position, drop down, and then go up like this, and then back to downward dog. Easiest position is to drop to your knees, come down, extend up, and then push back into down. So we're going to do 12. If you're new, do 6 or do as many as you can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excellent. Back into downward dog and walk your hands or walk your feet stiff-legged, straight-legged to your hands. As best you can, then squat down and stand up. All right, awesome. I have a little bottle of water in here. I could really use a sip right now. All right, must have finished it. So next exercise are Hindu squats. Now, this one we do double the number of reps as we did for the Hindu push-ups and the sun salutation. So you have your feet fairly close together, toes pointing out to the side. This is the 1, 2. You're coming up onto your toes. Flex at the ankles, knees, and hips. Your chest, you want as vertical as you can get it. And then 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Like that. If doing that version is challenging at the moment, you can grab a broomstick, the back of a chair, anything, and then just use the stick to assist you on the way up, like that, okay? So we'll do 24 of these. So let's begin. Here, let's begin. Face like this. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 3, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Awesome. I stopped myself on 24 today. Usually I go to 25 because that's like a more natural number, isn't it? 25. So what's the deal with the rep count? The rep count is we're working up to our age. So for me, that's 52. And, you know, so I guess I never had thought of this. My mom's 30 years older. She had me when she was 30. My dad was 36 because he just turned 87. Or sorry, 88. Now the next exercise. So I was talking about age. So these reps, the sun salutation, the Hindu push-up, and this one, the thoracic bridge, we're working up to being able to do these number for our age. So the thoracic bridge, as you sit with your palms down, fingers pointing away from you, feet flat on the ground, squeeze your glute muscles, lift up into this bridge position. And we do 12 of those like that. And again, if you are new or you have a challenge, like there's a lot of strain on your arms because of this, just stick your legs out and sit in this position and just let those arms relax. And sooner than later, you'll be able to go into this position. 1, really squeeze your glutes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Awesome. So now we're going to do a couple of passive stretches. So that block, that was a big block, but covers a lot of movement for you. And the more you practice it, the stronger you'll get, the more mobile and flexible you'll become. But we also have to do some passive stretching too. And first one we're going to do is this hip flexor stretch. You can have your toes, I'm on my right knee here, and my toes on my right foot can either be bent under or you can have them pushing back. And then you want to squeeze this right glute cheek and lean into this hip flexor along the front. And we hold for 30 seconds or so. So again, we get this hip flexor glute muscle hamstring trio is a very important group of muscles to stretch because of the amount of time we spend sitting these days. Driving, eating, working, so much of it requires us to be sitting. So that was 30 seconds. We switched legs. You want your chest up for this. Again, I'm on my left knee. You're squeezing this left butt cheek. Your chest is up. Your hips are squared. And you can feel a stretch along the front side of that left hip. The hamstrings, the glutes, the hamstrings and the hip flexor, they are in a shortened position and they just get shorter. If they're in that position for a long time, they'll naturally sort of adjust to that length. So it's why stretching them is so important to help for hip health and for posture and just for general ease of mobility. And that was about 30 seconds. So we do one of each of those. So then we have a hamstring stretch here. And this is so I have an item here that I can put my foot on. This is one way to do this, is to have an item that you can put your foot on and then stretch toward it and hold it like this. Now that's just for demonstrations. You do that for 30 seconds again. If you don't have something to stand on, this is a very good one. You clasp your hands behind your back like this, and then slightly bend your knees, and then just keep push while keeping your chest up, your back straight. Just keep pushing your hips backwards, and you'll feel a nice tightness here in your hamstrings. And just hold that. Once you get to a tight position, it just feels like pushing it more is not a good idea. Then just sit there for the time being. This is a very good one. If your balance is feeling funny, this will actually kind of give you a little bit more of a stretch. You can push your arms out in front of you. You can push your hips back even more like that. But I find it harder to keep the chest up when pulling my arms forward like that. So I like my hands clasped behind me. But whichever helps you keep your balance. So about 30 seconds there. That's excellent. And then we talked about your butt muscles. Your butt muscles need stretching and activating. There's a common problem called gluteal amnesia. So basically your butt muscles have fallen asleep from lack of use, from too much sitting. So this is called the 90-90 stretch or modified hurdler stretch. The front leg is not straight. It's bent at a 90-degree angle, and the same with the back leg. And then you just lean over this front leg like this. Hold it. You want your chest up. You want to be pushing away from the ground with this left, in this case, this left arm. That's the one that's supporting me mostly on my left side here. And you should feel a nice stretch on the outside of your butt muscle. And then you switch legs, and we'll see it on this side. So now my right leg is forward. My left hand is on my right foot. This right hand is just out to the side supporting me. I don't want to drop down like this. I want to be pushing away from the ground as I do this, chest up. This is not to be bending over the lower back. It's not stretching the lower back. It's really about the butt muscle. And you just lean forward and stretch that. Like so. 30 seconds. This is great. A great pre-bedtime stretch. And I'm going to show you one other stretch that I like that's good for the spine. And we'll go to that one. This is called the upper spinal floor twist. And so what you do is you lie on your left side. Your knees and hips are bent at 90-degree angles. You put your left hand on top of your right knee, and then you open up to the left, or sorry, to the right in this case. And just relax and breathe into this. You want your hips to stay stacked on top of each other. You don't want that right hip to be sliding to the right. That's why you have this left hand holding it in place. Then we're going to go short on this one, but when you're ready to switch to the other side, you bring your right hand over so you're back in this sort of fetus type position. Then you roll over to your right side, and now you have your right hand on your left knee, and then open up looking to the left. The ultimate goal is to have your shoulders, both of them flat on the ground, and you'll probably have one side that's more stiff than the other side. So just spend a little bit more time on this. Another great exercise to do at night before bed, or like listening to music. When you can do this type of thing, when you can do this regularly, it'll just help you feel so much better as you go about your days. As we get older, we just are going to naturally feel stiffer. But if we work on improving flexibility and mobility every day, or most days of the what you've created will stay there, and it'll just take a little bit of movement to get you back to where you need to be, or to where you've sort of developed that level of flexibility. You might, in the morning, you might be stiff and not be able to touch your toes, but if you move around a little bit because of what you've been doing, you'll be able to do it easier. You'll get to where your sort of limit is quicker and easier if you do this regularly. This is what I'm trying to say. So thanks for being here. Again, my name's Henry Beyer with Strong for Life, and this has been Morning Movement and Mobility, and we will see you in the next session, which probably will be tomorrow, because I do this every day. All right, thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. And YouTube and Facebook viewers, cheers. We'll see you next time.